Welcome back to the Project Leadership Institute, my friends. Today we're talking about failure, and it's important that when you approach failure, first of all, you got to see failure as fuel. I always say, see failure as fuel to fly beyond the circumstance, beyond the problem, beyond what you're going through. Failure and loss are definitely inevitable in life, but they don't have to define us. How we choose to handle these setbacks determines our ability to grow and evolve. So today we're focusing on practical ways to overcoming the feelings of inadequacy, the feelings of defeat that come with failure and loss. So let's discuss how to find meaning in these moments. First of all, you got to redefine the failure as fuel to fly. You also need to view failure as feedback. It's often said, fail fast, but I want to say fail forward. It's not just about failing as early as possible to get feedback, but it's understanding that failure is fuel to fly. Failing needs to be forward, not backward. When you fail, fall forward and keep moving. So it's part of learning and growth. Take responsibility without self-blame. Own your role in the failure without harsh self-criticism. Separate the event from your identity. Oftentimes when people lose jobs, they see it as failure. But if I had seen my job loss as failure, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. The job loss came as a result of the economy tanking. And because the economy tanked, there were not a lot of jobs. Because there weren't a lot of jobs, I started wondering, what am I going to do? So I launched into my own business fully and started looking for clients to teach and educate in management, in leadership, in self-development. And I remember getting my first client, and it came as a result of failure or loss of a job. And if that didn't happen, there would be no way I am where I am today. So I want you to understand, my friends, it's not just babble. But every cloud, every dark cloud has a silver lining. And I encourage you to begin thinking about how you can experience that silver lining. Without the discovery, without the analysis, without the expectation, the silver lining may never appear. Number 2, take responsibility. As I said, you have to dissociate yourself from harsh criticism. Separate the failure event from your identity. Number 3, reflect and learn. Failure offers valuable lessons. Analyze what went wrong and what can be done differently next time. Always ask the question, what can I do differently? If I had gone into the pity party state and rolled up into a fetal position and said, I can't face the world, I wouldn't be where I am today. But I faced the world and I kept moving forward by asking, what can I do? What can I do to move my situation forward? Yes, it may seem like I've lost a job, but what can I gain in the process? And I gained a whole lot of time to create stuff, to work on stuff. And what I was creating wasn't valuable immediately. But 9 months down the road, when I got my first client, it became more useful, more valuable. And the clients began coming out of the woodworks, and I had done the groundwork. So the products were ready. Clients such as the FBI and NASA, clients such as the U.S. Air Force, out in the United Kingdom, the U.S. Air Force. I spent a whole week with them on base. And I'm really grateful for those opportunities. But they wouldn't have come if I had rolled up into a fetal position and I had cowered and said, I can't face the failure. No. I faced the circumstance. I redefined failure as fuel. I redefined failure as opportunity. And I went hard. And that's what you need to do. You need to go hard. You need to be aggressive. You need to be manic. And take the situation, turn it around into an opportunity. Seek the silver lining in the dark cloud. You got to reflect and learn. What can I do differently? Number 4, rebuild confidence gradually. Start with small steps to regain your confidence and trust in your abilities. It could be a small step but it's in the right direction. Because if you fail or fall, you want to fail forward, not backward. Backward takes you back, but failing forward, when you trip forward, it means you're looking for the analysis. You're looking for the lesson learned. You're retrospecting. And that is going to help you immensely. So I encourage you, my friend, whether it's failure of an exam, failure of a test, failure of a driving test, failure of whatever it is, you need to propel yourself forward. You need to see it as fuel. Fuel to fly. Let's go to the final one. Number 5, stay open to new opportunities. You need to see this circumstance as a free ticket, a blank check to write your destiny. What are you looking for in the midst of this opportunity? I didn't call it failure anymore. What are you looking for in the midst of this opportunity, my friend? Failure and loss often close one door, but they open other possibilities. And I want you to know that failure can be freeing. Failure can be freeing because not every single opportunity is revealed through normal circumstances. Sometimes we need that failure. And if that failure hadn't come, I would have still been behind that desk in the so-called cushy office thinking, oh, I've arrived. But I wouldn't be changing the world. I wouldn't be affecting lives. I wouldn't be helping people like I am. I wouldn't be experiencing the benefits that I'm experiencing right now. So I want to encourage you, my friend. Which door could failure unlock in your life? Because I truly believe that failure can unlock a door for you. What are you doing with it? Are you ignoring the door? Are you looking at where you're coming from? Are you looking at where you're going to? Look at where you're going to, my friend. Final one, number 5. Stay open to new opportunities. Failure and loss will close a door, but as they're closing that door, they're opening possibilities for another, which can be very freeing. So keep your eye on the potential that's ahead. Potential new path forward. You owe it to yourself, my friend, in the midst of the circumstance, to redefine yourself in the midst of this failure. Don't allow it to define you. Allow it to redefine yourself, to reintroduce yourself as the phoenix reborn. If you have the positive mental attitude, you will succeed. I'll leave you with a quote from the great Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar said, "It is your attitude towards failure that will determine your altitude." Did you hear what I said? Your attitude towards failure will determine how hard you fly, how high you fly. It's not your aptitude. Aptitude is great, but attitude is greater. You can have the person with all the aptitude that is not taking action, that is not believing that they're the best in what they're working on. You have to believe you are the best, and you have to keep going strong and hard. And that's what life is all about. It's easy to get the knowledge, but what is hard is to get the attitude to go with it. So I encourage you, my friends, understand today that you have the potential to blow the lid of any circumstance in your way. The question is, do you believe that? And will you?